Hello, how is everyone doing? My name is Jose, but you can call me Kovu, Lion Saga, LS, whatever name suits you the best. And welcome to today's game. We're gonna be playing The Test. I actually saw this game very recently because I saw Markiplier and MadPat playing it, and I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a very nice experience when I saw them doing it, and I personally love this type of personality test. Discover, find your own self game. So I was really interested when I saw this, and I decided let's give it a go. And since it's been a while since I actually updated my YouTube channel, I thought it also would be a really nice idea to just make it as one of those first videos in which you get to know a little bit more about myself, you get to see a couple of sides of me, and I'm not just some random stranger that likes to call themselves a lion and, you know, uploads videos. I'm not a furry.
This is my first time with a carnivore too, you know.
Kinda.
What? And you a fucking furry? Gotcha!
Shut up. Anyways, we're gonna be starting with The Test. For those of you who do not know this game, it is basically a... So for those of you who might not know, The Test is, for my understanding, a RPG Maker game that is basically meant to be a personality test of sort, but way more in depth. It asks a lot of really intriguing and unique questions that I haven't really seen in any other game, or any other type of test, should I say, done before. And also it's supposed to be, according to Steam at the release, horror related. I don't know how I mean the music that you're hearing right now is actually kind of creepy, and while I was testing a couple of things, it was kind of disturbing a little bit. But also the interesting thing is that this game comes in 3 parts. It's a trilogy. So we're going to be playing the first one, which I saw roughly halfway through, and then I said, okay, I'm going to play this game for the channel. I want to make a video of this game, and I'm going to bring you guys along, so let us begin. Also, I'm not wearing my glasses because I don't like how I look with them all the time, but I still can be able to see perfect. Yes, that's a thing. So that's blood. I think that's a guy dead in that bed, and this is a really cute mage sprite from RPG Maker, obviously. Is this your house? Did you just... Yes, I wasn't really focusing when I watched Mark play this because I was actually working at the same time, but damn. That teddy bear has demon eyes. Okay, now in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire... Can't English today. Take 2. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you like to answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We really want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. That's very true. Or at least we want to be accepted in general. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? This is Persona 5 vibes right there. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is to self-analyze your own psyche, to evaluate the truth in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. These will tell you things you already know, but not necessarily know that you know. I like the vibe, it's pretty cool. As long as the answers we provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and truth, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have a natural access to. Is something gonna jump scare me from that corner? This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. I just said this was a personality test game. This is simply nature. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you will often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer these questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer these questions in a way you will need them to be answered. I can't English today. I invite you to grab a drink of water. It's important, we're 75% water. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We're about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you are willing to participate, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Okay, so basically just go at it. I'm honestly gonna try to honestly answer every single question honestly. So honestly, you won't have to worry about me being honest. I'm gonna be honest with all of my questions. So honest. Believe it. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated fairly? Yeah. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated equally? No. Because that really depends on each person's circumstances at the end of the day. Have you ever invented anything? No. I wish. Do you believe that you're worthy of someone's time investment? You watching this video, perhaps? Yes. I think I'm a very interesting individual. I'm not very interesting. I think I'm an interesting individual. Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? Yes. Would you say that sometimes you have trust issues? Definitely yes. Would you be alright living alone forever? No, fuck that. One of my biggest fears in life is to be alone as it is, so no. Do you always give someone the benefit of the doubt? Yes. I like to see the good in people, generally speaking. Do you dislike the sound of your own voice? No, I think my voice is okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not horrible as well. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? No. I mean, I'm wearing white, ironically, but black is one of my favorite colors, and the next one is red, so, you know, opposite colors in that sense with rivalries, so, no. If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Yeah, of course. Are you sure you want to answer? Are you sure you want the answers you seek? Yeah, sure. As long as you don't scare me. As long as you don't jump scare me. Are you afraid of spiders? I wouldn't say scared, but more disgusted. More, well, if they're poisonous, then I guess fear will be a part in it. I'm gonna say yes. If you knew you will emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten? Fuck that! That still hurt like a bitch. No. Would you consider yourself to be fat? No. Not anymore, at the very least. Would you say that you have a lot of charisma? I mean, I want to say a lot of charisma, but I am charismatic. I think so, at the very least. Not like loads, but I mean, I do have some charisma to me. I have some charm to myself, but loads? Like, nah, I wouldn't say that. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? Like, temporarily, like, frozen in place? Or like, you know, what's the thing in which they freeze people? Like the thing that media does at times, especially in futuristic sci-fi, that people get frozen and just when they have any sickness or something. Not really. But if we were to talk about being frozen in time, no. Neither are. This is all very interesting. Did you realize that the last letters of the 5 previous question we put together was the name Satan? Yes, because I actually watch a little bit further from this, so I mean, I didn't realize it at first, so I gotta be honest on that. At first, I did not realize that. Does that make you uncomfortable? A little bit. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? Nah. Average. Are you not wondering what other hidden meaning? Are you not wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? Yeah. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yeah. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? Not really. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? Nope. I hate that shit. So I feel like I'm gonna get jump scared. Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange? Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? Not really. Would you consider yourself captivated? What does captivated mean? I'd say yes. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave? Yes. Considering the things that I've done in my life, one of them coming to the other side of the world to, you know, actually live here. Yes. But not courageous to the level of someone like, you know, Triforce of Courage and stuff like that, but I do consider myself brave, especially when it matters. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? Nope. Average, at least, in my opinion. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions, Dan? Are you wondering which hidden message you may have missed? Yes, I do wonder that. I actually want to see a video if anyone found all the hidden messages in this. Have you going to wonder how long this test will take and how many questions exist in this session? Yes. I think I read around this. Maybe a little bit more, but it was more so around this. I watched this both Mark and Matt playing this like a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks actually, should I say. More, maybe around a month and a half, so I don't remember exactly what I saw, but I think it was around this point, so probably everything from here on out is going to be fully new for me. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Yes, I do consider myself to be a patient person. Very patient, thanks to Japan and my work for that. Do most humans annoy you? Nah, not really. I like humans. Do you prefer animals to people? I'm going to say... yes. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Yes, I do believe in magic. And miracles and all that shit. Do you believe in God or existence of someone from... Do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power? Yes, of course. Do you fear death? Yes. Are you attracted to someone who you're not currently in a relationship with? No. Did you answer the last question with 100% honesty? Yes. Are you alone? How many people play this game and did this? But I do this all the time when I'm playing games, and I feel like the most random movements and noises. I'm just noticing my freaking camera is moving, is in the way of everything, and it sucks. I'm going to do something for this. Bloop. There we go. That should be less distracting. Are you alone? Sure. Just me and my demons. Are you Yes. If his eyes turn red, I'm shutting this game down. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's someone watching you, would you believe me? I mean, there's technically someone watching me. Have you wondered who I am? Just a pixel from a RPG Maker. Have you had shivers at any point during this session? Just did. Do you feel like you're being watched? Now I do. Have you considered quitting this session earlier? No. Let's see this through again. Do you drink water every day? Yes, I do. Do you eat at least once per day? Oof, more than that. Do you realize it's a high possibility that you've missed a plethora of video messages so far? Fucker. Sure. Are you wondering where they are? I'm like wondering right now, but I would like to know where they are. Will it bother you to know? Will it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? No. I'll be okay without knowing, or even finding myself. Is your favorite number 7? 19 is my favorite number. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? It's very poetic. And it's also true. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? They're both fruits. In what way can you compare... I mean, comparing flavor, you can compare them in flavor. If you like one more than the other, you can compare them in what you can make with them, which one is more useful as a chef, basically, or in cooking, which one can get you more type of meals or usages. So, no, you can't compare apple with oranges. Venus is something referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? Nope, I had no idea. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Yes. That is actually one of my golden rules in life. Everyone deserves a second chance. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? Yes. You can definitely do anything you put your mind into with a varying degree of success. And again, probably a lot of people said this already while playing this game, but no matter how successful you are while you're trying to do something, as long as you put your mind into it, you can make it. You can decide to start a business and you can make it. Whether the business is successful or not, you can actually say you made a business. So in that sense, you put your mind into it and you did make a business. So in that sense, yes. Obedience is more important than fuck that. No. Did the music just change? Oh, this is creeping me the fuck out. And I hate it because it's just a fucking RPG Maker pixel game and it's freaking me out a little bit. Not like I'm stupid scared, but I am alone in my house at night and I don't know. Underwater Adventure sounds like a fun. Fuck yeah. Did you realize that the first letter for the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase I love you? Aww. No, I didn't. Do you wish to be loved? Of course I do. I think everyone subconsciously wishes for acceptance and love, regardless. Have you ever felt hated? Yes. Do you have any addictions? Coffee. I wouldn't go as far as saying alcohol is an addiction, but I do like alcohol a lot. Video games is probably an addiction of mine. Food is an addiction of mine. Junk food in particular, is probably an addiction of mine. Do you dislike the color pink? No. I like that it's a color with an OU. Does the color gray seems depressing? It seems neutral more than depressing. Do you enjoy loud music? Fuck. Do you like to dance? Yes. Would you ever consider yourself normal? No, to me normal is boring, and I would never really want to be normal. For me, normality in the sense of being a standard with everyone else sounds incredibly boring and incredibly against what I am, so no. Do you love your parents? Yes. We might have our ups and downs, especially with my dad, but I love them with all my heart. Have you ever been lied to? Yes, of course. Do you get angry often? Not really. I might get annoyed. Do you hold grudges? Sadly, I do. More than I like to admit, but I do hold grudges. And over things that most people I feel will not, but I do. Have you ever forgiven someone? Yes. Starting from myself. Very important for people out there. You gotta remember and know how to forgive yourself. Sometimes we blame ourselves and put responsibility on us more than we'd like to admit, and that's not a good thing. Have you ever done something that you knew you shouldn't have done, but you still did? I mean, I think everyone has. Have you ever lied? Of course. Have you ever cheated on a test? Yes, of course. You won't cheat this test. Okay. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? Yes. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? I am not a furry. But yes. Do you believe in psychic powers? Yes. Have you ever seen a ghost? No. And I hope that doesn't change. Do you dream often? Yes. Do you have nightmares often? Not really. I have very pleasant dreams for the most part. Do you suffer from anxiety attack? Not anymore. I used to back in the day. Do you suffer from depression? Again, back in the day, not anymore. Do you exercise often and stay active? Actually, yeah, I do. For anyone who might not want to see a little bit more about it, you can follow me on Instagram. There's a bunch of posts of me there doing exercise and fitness, my fitness journey, so that'll be fun for you. If you want, if you don't, it's totally fine. But if you want, I mean, I won't be mad about it. I won't get angry. I might hold a grudge against you, maybe a little bit, but I won't hate you for that. Is there a particular type of food that you despise? A particular type of food. A particular type of food. Not really. I think I like most varieties of food in general. I dislike certain things and items on food, but I like pretty much, like, I don't like pickles. I hate pickles, for example, but I like pretty much every type of food, I think. Will you consider yourself emotionally wounded? I think everyone is a little bit emotionally wounded or are emotionally scarred, so I'm gonna say yes. Have you ever felt betrayed? Yes. Do you ever feel lost in life? Don't you? Would you consider yourself a natural leader? This is something that I kinda grew up with because my brother used to tell me that I am. But see, this is the thing of the question. I don't think I am a natural leader. I think I can become part of that role, but I'm not natural, and I think I've learned how to be a leader myself. Although my job really showed me otherwise. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. Because I also lead, it's gonna sound corny probably, but I also lead my own life. And I lead myself. So in that sense, I am the leader of my own life. And I think more than I would like to believe, I've proven myself that I am a natural leader and I have those qualities. So I'm going to say yes to this one. Even though I might not feel it all the time, I should give myself that credit. If you could push a button and destroy the world, will you press it? Nope. I like the world too much. I actually like the world we live in. The people, on the other hand, even if I do like people sometimes, like. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yes, of course I do. Have you ever been bullied? Please. Yes. 12 years of my life.
Emotional damage.
Have you ever bullied someone? Yes. No. You know what? Actually, No, I've never. If we go for the definition of the word bullied, I have never done something like to the degree that it was done to me. I might have come off strong against some people, or might have treated them not the best or even bad, but bullied, like specifically targeting that person. No, I don't think so. I don't believe so. I have not. Definitely. I'm not that person. I'm not that type of people. Once you experience that, and I'm not the type of person that if I experience it, I want people to feel it. No, I don't. I've never. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Yes. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? Yes. I think we all do to a degree, whether we realize it or not. Did you find space fascinating? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Fuck yes, I'm an amazing friend. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Of course, every human being is flawed, that's part of our nature. Have you ever fantasized about being a supervillain or performing heinous, egregious crimes? Egregious? Is that? I think that's how you pronounce it. Yes. It's pretty fun in my mind. I feel like one of those Disney villains that are like having fun being bad. That type of yes, I have. Do you believe in perfection? Nope. I don't believe anything is perfect in this world. Have you ever stolen from someone? Yes, I have. More than I like to admit. Not like I don't have like how do I call that? The thing that which you steal. It's like a psychological condition that you steal. You're addicting to steal, or like you're compulsive stealing. I don't have that, but when I was both in high school and in college, first couple of years when I was still defining my values, not proud to admit it, but I did steal either a couple bucks, nothing major, but a couple bucks from my parents, some material things here and there, but I realized that was not a cool thing to do and that was not right, so stopped doing that. Have you ever? I actually stole a cold mask from my office recently, but that's different. I want to believe. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstance? Of course. If I had to protect someone I love, or if I had to protect myself, I think anybody would to a degree. Again, it goes back to one of the first questions. I don't remember which one exactly it was, but should everyone be treated equally? No, because there's circumstances surrounding every situation. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? There's a couple people I would definitely tell, especially the people I want to spend the last day with. Wow, that's such a horrible thing to. I would never like. There's this question like, would you like to know how you're gonna die, on when are you gonna die? And I think if I was going point into answering the question, I think for me it would be how, because the when will probably give me anxiety and freak me the fuck out way more than the how. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? Nope. Do you trust everyone has at least one thing they're always gonna take to the grave, in my opinion? Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? I do. I mean, I don't think you're out to harm me. I think you're trying to spook me. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the background, but I don't even know if that's your background, but... yeah, I mean... you're a cute-ass little mage. From our picture maker. Do you know who I am? I have no fucking idea. Well, I know who you are. If I appear right... fuck yes! Especially if you do not look like that. If I told that I've been behind you this entire time, will that scare you? Yes, that's my shadow. Yeah, that's my shadow. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Yes, I do. I'm very empathic. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? I am. Not only because I'm Latin American, but I'm actually very romantic in general. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes. Did a couple of like contact sports back in the day, boxing, taekwondo, karate, of course, and also regular other types of fights as well, brawls and stuff. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? No, thankfully. Do you look at the ground when you walk? Yes, I do that quite a lot actually. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Yes. Will you ever shave your head? Are you attracted to muscular bodies? Yes. Like, not bodybuilder, but I mean, if you have a couple, like, if you have six-pack, if you have, like, you know, arms, like, shoulders, like, back, I find that attractive. I find that sexy, actually, including. Do you ever dance when no one is looking? More than I like to admit. Do you trust your best friends entirely? Your best friend? Yes. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? Yes. To excruciatingly deep. Yes, a lot. Painfully so. Will you rob a bank if you know you can get away with it? Yes, I think that sounds fun. If I can do something like, you know, the Phantom Thieves in Persona 5 kind of thing, like, I'm fascinated by thieves in general, and I think that's like a really, that would be something really thrilling. And I think if I knew 100% I wouldn't be able to get to, if I knew 100% I would be able to get away with it, I think I'll do it, honestly. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Yes, monsters and ghosts and stuff like that. Do you ever dream about falling from a cliff? I have this one a lot, actually, and I do the thing that you feel like you're actually, like, falling and, like, you know, crashing into the ground, and you're like, oh, you just pass a little bit. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? Not really. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Fuck yeah, I love scary movies. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? Of course. Currently watching The Good Place, finally. Do you like being the center of attention? No. I do not like being the center of attention. Ironically, for someone who wants to do Twitch, YouTube, and all this stuff. But whilst I'm okay with being on the limelight, I do not particularly like it. I mean, I'm okay with, I've come to terms with it. Do you feel like something's always watching you? No. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go to space? Yes. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? No. I don't know if I want to. Have you ever punched an... What the what? No! Do you like dogs better than cats? Yes. Why the fuck did he ask me? What? Why did he ask me if I punched? Who answered yes? I would... Oh my god, now I want to know if there's a thing like what people answered, and I want to know how many people actually punched none, and I want to know the story behind that. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? No. I would prefer to watch movies and animation more. Are you still wondering what I scare if I punch if you ever punch none? Yes, I am. Do you get starstruck easily? I'd say so. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? No. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? I'd say so. I like the attention, ironically, like I don't like being the center, but I like the attention from the people I care for. Not from random people in general, but from like, you know, my friends, family and stuff. I like being their center of attention for that day. Because I believe everyone deserves a happy birthday. Everyone deserves to have a great day on their birthday. But in my opinion, the thing for me is gifts. I'm very materialistic in that sense. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun? Like, really? Just bam! Right in the face, nun punch! The fuck is with that question? No! Did you laugh? Yes! Did you say what the... There's no one in here. There's no one in here. I have a closet right next to me, and like you can see my other one behind this, but this one's open, and now I'm scared I'm gonna see a face there. Yes. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? No, I wouldn't want to punch a nun. That sounds bad. Not even if they're a dick. Not even if she's a dick. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? No, I don't think I've done anything that makes me deserve to go there, so no. Do you enjoy fantastic fiction games? Yes, I thoroughly enjoy fantastic fiction games. Do you masturbate frequently? Fuck yeah. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently? No, I know exactly what you mean. Are you more than slightly uncomfortable right now? Not really. Is your mouth dry? No, that's okay. Does profanity make you feel uncomfortable? Do you believe in legendary beasts such as Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? I mean, I know that's an example, but I do believe in cryptids, because those are cryptids, technically speaking. And legendary beasts, if you consider dragons, a dragon a legendary beast, yes. I do believe those exist, or existed at some point. Are you poor with money management? No, I think I'm really good with money in general. I'm not the best, but still. Just one of these numbers that feels resonate with you most in this very moment. For what reason, 11. Just one of these colors that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. Black. Just one of these words that feel resonate with you most in this very moment. Wicked. Just one of these words that you feel resonate with you most in this very moment. Blessed. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. I know I keep choosing the first one, but honestly, luck. You enjoy solving mathematical puzzles. No, fuck that shit. I hate math. Even if it's really super life, say in school kids. Do you speak more than one language fluently? Yes, 3. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? I am actually living in that country. Do you enjoy coffee? I have an addiction to the thing. Do you believe in demons? Sadly, I do, and that's why I never want to get near to Ouija boards and shit like that. Do you believe in angels? Yes. Are you afraid of sharks? Not really. I mean, I wouldn't want to get across one, but not really. I find them fascinating. Do you prefer baths over shower? Nope. Shower team represents. Does the smells perfume or cologne give you headaches? No, not really. Do you see a shadow move in your room a few moments ago? No. That's fortunate. Do you hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? No, thankfully. Do you think your home... Do things in your home often go missing or they reappear later? I will get the fuck out of my house if that happens and call a priest probably. And the Ghostbusters. Do you hear footsteps around you when you're alone? No. I mean, I do for my neighbors, but I know what they're trying to imply, so no. Do you hear random knocking noises around you? No. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? I mean, I do look at the clock very often, but like at the same exact time? No. Have you ever felt you being grabbed at night while sleeping? Thankfully, no, never. Do you have any pets? I don't own any pets. My family does, but if we get into the context of it, they're my parents' and brothers' dogs and pets. They're not mine, so sadly no. But I do want a dog really bad, and a crow. I want a crow as well, and a black cat. Don't know why. Don't ask me. I think they're cute, but whatever. Is your favorite color green? No. Maybe I'm a witch. Are you attracted to? Maybe I'm an unborn witch. Are you attracted to a family member? You know. If you won the lottery, will you share the money with anyone? Yes. I actually will share it probably with my mom and some of my friends, specifically 2 of them. That's not 2. If you could be a dictator of your own country, will you accept their role? Nah, I wouldn't be a dictator. I'll be a president, I will be a king even, but a dictator? Nah. I'll be village chief, I love being village chief. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? Nope. Do you like fishing? Not really. Do you like hunting? Never done it. I like Monster Hunter, but not hunting in general. Do you like camping? I think I really like camping. Yes. Do you like guns? Nope. I hate guns. Almost with a dying passion. Are you getting tired of answering these questions? Not really. I'm getting hungry is what I'm getting. Would you consider yourself to be... kinky? Yes. Yes, I do. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? Yes. I feel you can tell a lot from a person from their eyes, in the sense of what they're feeling. There's this saying that a coworker of mine says a lot. This person is or is not smiling with their eyes, and I think that says a lot. Because you can't, even when now that we wear masks all the time, you can see someone smiling thanks to, you know, their bone cheeks and stuff, but also with their eyes. And I think when you're nervous, when you're scared, when you're hyped, things like that, I think your eyes literally are the window to your emotions and your inner self. So I do believe in that. Do you always keep your promises? No. I think it's impossible to keep every single promise you make in life, because again, circumstances to every situation. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? If they redeem themselves, yes. Are you an only child? No. Have a bunch of brothers, siblings. Do you enjoy being drunk? Yes, quite a bit. Do you like tattoos? I have 1 and I'm getting at least 4 more. Do you enjoy being high in any form? I've never tried it, so I don't know. I wouldn't really say. Do you believe you have a soul? Yes. Do you cry this week? Almost, but none. I almost cried watching Everything Everywhere all at once, but no. Are you upset with someone right now? I'm upset with a lot of people. I have a problem with a lot of people, and if this was festivals, they will hear it. Is it someone you're gonna be completely honest with daily? Yes, of course. A lot of people surrounding me, actually. Do you understand how this works yet? Now you made me doubt it, but I thought I was just answering questions. I kind of have an idea, though, but I'm gonna say no. If you answer this question twice, your truth may change. It's not about just answering questions. It's about the time you spend answering them and the combination you answer them. Oh, I did know then. It's about many different variables you never guess. Do you understand? So you're actually timing... That's interesting, yes. Are you wondering if the end of this test is coming soon based on the previous questions you've answered? Yes. No, I actually thought about that. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, me, you learn something about yourself and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of his intention, will you believe that? Not by a landslide. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Yes, that's one of my biggest fears in life. Are you afraid of dying alone? Again, yes. Do you worry that one day you will expect to be murdered? No. Not until today. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off an attack? Not really. Do you feel like I know you yet? I think you know me pretty well by this point, especially you watching this video know a lot than most people, ironically. Believe it or not, at this point in my life. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these questions? No. Luckily, I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skip questions, answer them honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answer them quickly without reading or understanding them properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. People don't understand you completely, do they? You're a lot more complicated than people think you are. They don't give you enough credit because they can't understand what you got going on deep inside. Okay, that was scarily accurate. I'm not even joking, that was scarily accurate. Holy shit, I've been having a thing this whole week with that. Don't want to go into too many details, but you may not always like everything about yourself. You may even give yourself way too hard of a time, but trust me, you've got some natural talents that will take you very far in life. It's imperative that you embrace that fact. I'm actually starting to do so. Wow. Wow. The only way you're going to fail is if you let the doubts of others pull you down. The only way you're going to fall is if you start believing what others may think of you. Do not let them win. That is a huge thing with me. If I ever feel someone is doubting me, or if I feel someone might think that I can't do something, I'm super proudful in that sense, and I want to basically tell them one way or another to their face, either through action or words, no, you don't define what I am, I do. Dude, this is the first one. You were one of a kind, truly remarkable. As a matter of fact, I get a sense that you don't even realize or understand just how special you can be, but ultimately your path is entirely up to you. And there's a strong possibility you're going to let it all slip away just as easily as you can become an incredibly successful star, but the results are yours for your taking. Not everyone has that luxury. Wow. However, you do. So my advice to you is to listen to your gut, go out there, and get the life you want to have. Don't live your days in regret. It is not yet too late. I believe in you. This is ridiculous. I was thinking about making this video today because I was incredibly tired and I had a bunch of things to do. If you watch me stream on Twitch, you'll have the link somewhere. I've been having kind of a rough week, and I'd be like, I didn't feel this was the day to like record this video. But believe it or not, I was like, something was like, no, I have to record this today. And I had a couple of setbacks before, but I'm like, nah, I have to do this video. I just hope that you start believing in yourself and seeing your true self-worth. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are in life, double them. That's the minimum for you're capable of accomplishing. Please, don't squander your opportunities. And for the love of life, don't settle. That's for everyone out there. Don't settle. Your secret word is blessing. Remember this word. It'll come in handy. I'm just gonna take a picture of that real quick. Bye. Don't jump scare me. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of this session and leave it in the comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. There's an opportunity for you to be part of history. There's a chance for you to be part of something greater. Be sure to know your secret word in your comments. If you didn't wish to be a part of the upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comment. I will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave and will always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time and answering these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. You can find the test, Hypothesis Rising, and the test, Final Revelation, and the test Chamber. There's a fourth one on Steam. If you've enjoyed this installment, you can also find the Journey series, the Advisor series, which we encourage you to try as well. If you'd like to support us with further projects, try out our games. You can find a link of all of our titles in the title screen of this game under the section Our Other Games. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. Dude. That was heavy. That was... wow. Damn. I'm gonna shut up the game for a second because... wow. Like, somehow when I was watching both Mark and Matt playing this game, sorry, I felt like this was something I had to jump on. I don't know why there was something that told me about it, and I did. And it was also a thing of maybe this will help people know me a little better, but that was so accurate. Now I'm wondering if this person actually has magic or is like a witch or a wizard of some sort, because some of the things that were told, specifically the very first one, the me feeling that I'm not being understood in general, that's a big thing in my life. Even with the closest people in my life, with my family and friends, even with some of the partners I have in my life, I'm just amazed just by the questions. Like, I got it along the way, that the timing of how much I was taking for answering and stuff. But the fact that it went so in depth, and what it said at the end, and I don't know if the word I chose, I think it was blessing, and it gave me the same word. I don't know if that was like, it affected it or something with the algorithm, just gave me that, but that was way more than I gathered for. Oh man, I want to try the next one right away. It made me feel good, but it made me feel understood, which is really important to me now, in a sense. So, man, that is amazing. Anyways, if anyone wants to try this game out, again, it's called The Test. It's on Steam. I'm gonna try leaving the link down there. Give it a try, whether you do it or not on your own, whether you make a video or you stream it. I think it's a fantastic experience. I didn't know it was a fourth game. I had the first three, so I'm gonna get the fourth one as well. I'm gonna be doing a whole series of these because this is honestly something that is really appealing and interesting to me, and also in a way helps me understand myself a little bit better and helps you guys get to know me a little bit more, so for future videos you know a little bit more of the person who was talking to you, which is part of the reason why I started to make this video in the first place. But please give it a go. It's great. Maybe not playing with headphones in the dead of the night because it can be a little bit scary. This music is a little bit creepy. But anyways, for anyone out there who might try it, links are gonna be down there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Part 2 is gonna be coming soon, so wait for it. These videos are not gonna take long to make because they're more streamlined, so it's gonna be easier to do so. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for allowing me to share a part of myself with you. And for now, until next time, it seems this is going to be or to be continued. See you all guys next time. And remember, don't settle. Jana.